Greetings, salutations, what's good everybody? It's your boy Ekard here with my partner Ekard.
Hey guys, what's up? It's OTK.
And today we are checking the Commandos episode 3. Yeah, go jump right into it. After the last 2 episodes, you guys see what's gonna happen to Nina and Bride. So I mean we already know other boy Rick, right? It was getting in with Ileana, right? Ilana? Okay, there we go. Yeah. So, we'll just press this, play button. Cheers to the Tin Man.
Oh, this might be our boy. Gets a spotlight.
He might actually kill some, Nazis this episode. Because they dead.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
The PTS.
Oh, no.
Oh, this can be bad.
Mm-hmm. You'll blow up. Oh. Oh, shit.
Get out of there now!
Holy fuck.
Hmm. Yo, his eyes, bro. Uh-oh. Yo, son. Oh my god. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my god. Yo. Oh my god. Mans. Yo, you don't realize how OD guns are, bro, until you, like, cause shit like this actually happens. Like, the caliber of guns.
God damn, Tin Man. I've never seen anything.
Yo, he's like, they like me? Yo. He's really like, yo, they like me.
Tape off my mouth!
Where is Franklina?
They took her upstairs before they left.
Oh no. Please God. Oh no, please God.
We thought we were recruiting monsters, not damsels in distress.
Oh shit.
Damn, bro.
Nina!
Castle.
Do not worry, friend Nina.
Yo, Tin Man, aka GI Robot.
The best boy.
They attacked you, and then they just left you here alive.
Because their goal was, yeah.
General, I didn't want to come. I followed her here.
That doesn't matter now. Let us back to the castle. Cersei led us here on purpose. She wanted us to be away from the castle so she could get to the princess. Oh, Nick!
Oh man.
The United States is home to the pudding, and the pudding
This is gonna be bad.
is my next guest, GI Robot.
Bro, he about to let off on any.
My pudding. Go, go!
No, 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 no.
If he sees any symbols, bro. No.
Something interesting out there, GI.
No, 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 no.
Yes, I did, didn't I?
Have you checked all these people's identification cards?
No, 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 no.
Why would we have done that, GI?
To see if there are any known Nazis. If so, they will be dispatched of in short order.
Yo, son. Oh no.
Well, I don't think there are any Nazis here.
That's what a Nazi would say.
No.
But I never realized he seems to have some type of vague self-awareness. It's extraordinary.
Bro,
The first of his type.
I just feel like these people are about to get absolutely obliterated.
To you and your studies.
Indeed.
He's just jumped to
Okay.
the future. Thank God.
GI robot, at attention, sir.
Well, hello. I'm Dr. William Magnus.
How you got iRobot?
Someday, I'd like to be reunited and see my boys.
Your boys?
The boys of Easy Company, sir.
Mm.
And kill Nazis with them. Have you seen them?
I have not.
Oh.
The war was 20 years ago.
Any bells?
Yeah, no, I don't know who any of those people are. But you
Yeah,
are
damn.
going to help me a great deal.
To murder Nazis?
No.
Jesus Christ.
The next.
Oh my God! Yo!
She's fired.
Get her!
Yo! That was
This
wild.
episode is crazy. I'm feeling so many emotions.
Yo! That was fucking wild, bro.
The target is headed down.
Yo. Oh my God.
Gotcha.
Oh, wow.
I hope the bride steps on his head.
Dude, the queen told us a million times, just kill her.
I mean, yeah, but you know, might be a shame not to have a little taste first.
Oh.
Yes, fucking get his ass.
Yo, son. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yo.
So you can help in the battle.
Oh, Jesus.
So,
Yo, GI Robot's about to go off, bro.
bounced around from lab to lab from the 60s.
Oh my God.
They studied it, got what they could from it. I guess Uncle Sam just forgot. Oh! yeah, oh my. When does it stop?
Here it is, GI. My pride and joy.
Is that a... Hold on, Kayla.
Flag, yes.
Kayla.
It really fucking was.
Kayla. Is this man a Nazi? Oh no. All those good feelings might have just gone out of the window, bro. That's an imperial flag. Imperial Japan, bro.
My pride and
Oh my God. Oh my God. This man is being...
I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
special, just meeting up with some boys. We're all
Oh,
in
man.
a better country. Just like
I'm
you.
so...
He's gonna take them to go to a clan rally. Was like, I don't know what's about to happen right now, bro.
Tin Man. Hell yeah.
Oh man. You know, GI Robot don't got, you know, the most intelligence, AI intelligence, but oh no.
We have here, Sam.
It's like what I said.
Yes, sir.
He about to. Yo, no, it is so. Oh, it's so over.
Welcome all.
It is so over, bro.
National Socialist Club.
Oh my God, yo.
What'd you say there?
Are these Nazis, General?
Say yes.
Yeah, GI. These are Nazis.
I mean, fuck them. Fuck them. So, yay, my boy.
Like, yo, he's getting off to this too. Oh, no, not even. He's not even. He's literally getting off. Bro. Holy shit. Bro. In the dirt. He's laying loose, bro. Oh, damn. Oh, oh, oh. Oh my god. Holy shit. The caliber of these weapons, bro. Shit fucked. Get fucked. Oh man. Oh man. They start rusting away. What the fuck? Oh my god. You what the fuck, bro?
Too much is happening in this episode.
Oh my god. Oh no. Oh Jesus. Good G, motherfucking G.
In the vest. Oh, in the chest.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah, damn, wow, the definition and art on those on the eyes, bro. But why? Oh no. Oh, Weasel, okay. Oh damn. Oh damn. Oh damn, bro.
Love a good barbecue.
Holy shit.
You goat monsters.
And Nina, we fought Nazis together, you and I.
Yes.
It is... Oh, what a beautiful day.
Damn, bro.
Cheers for the timber.
Bro. Goated character. Oh, they fucked her up. Oh, she's still.
Understand what you've done.
Huh?
You've doomed the world.
I feel like I'm about to have a nosebleed because that shit was godlike. Like, yo, son. Like, that roller coaster of emotions, bro. I don't think I watched anything this year that had me like, what the fuck? Oh my god, this is great. Like, even action wise, just the tension. I literally do not know of anything. I am trying to think about what we've watched this year that had me like, holy shit. There's been a lot of tense moments that would like make me tear up as well. And I'm thinking like the Down episode, right, was like, damn, that's really depressing. This one was like, oh my god, like, yo, it's like years of greatness. Like, I just don't know what else to like. GI, that man is yeah, and like goated, bro. Oh man, son. Wow.
Yep.
Yo, there's not many 10 out of 10 or episodes I feel like they break the scale in terms of just like a viewing experience and whatnot. Like, but just the like, I'm afraid for what he is. It's like, you know what he's about, right? And you're just like, oh man, some innocent people might get tagged as Nazis and whatnot. And people will be like, well, where's your moral compass in this one? Fuck Nazis. Like, like, where's your, yeah, like, it is like, yeah, man.
Even the Sons of Themyscira, everyone he killed, past, present, and future, deserved it.
Yeah. Yeah, like, yo, son, it is, and then it's just like, oh man, like, you was hoping like some people in that crowd, he wouldn't just start going off on them, you know, he had the restraint to be like, are any of you Nazi? Like, yo, son, the way he just acts it, because you just know, bro, that's terrifying. That's a villain, he might, like, it's funny because he might be a villainous character as for the portrayal of having monsters, right? But I don't think any of these characters we're gonna meet and see their story are true villains. I mean, we saw Bride's story. She's not a villain, right? She's a monster who was created for nefarious reasons, obviously, right? But even at the end of this episode, so you wanted monsters? Well, here we are, pretty much. And I mean, thinking about, I guess you say, thinking about it now, how it was a Nina focus episode last episode. I mean, I keep saying Nina, Bride. It was a Bride focus episode last episode, and this is a GI Robot focus episode now. I just wonder where this is going to lead us to, because holy shit, man. Like, I know, like, the brutality just raised up in this episode. The gore definitely raised up. I was not expecting all of this. Even after what we've been witnessing, like the glory of the choreography from the two fights, even though the Cersei versus Bride fight clears the first fight between Rick Flag and Dr. Phosphorus, and that was just colorful and great. But it was just like the fisticuffs that was being thrown, to just the sheer brutality that we saw and witnessed in this episode, man. Yeah. 7 out of 10. Let's go.
Like, I think this episode did what last week's episode did, and it interwove the story to show the danger, the brutality, and the heart of our main cast of characters, right?
Yeah.
And what they fought against, what they're fighting against, and, you know, pretty much essentially what's brought them here, right? I think episode 1, it was just like quick expository and a little bit of backstory about Rick Flag. Expository in a way that we have to kind of understand a little bit about what happened to his son, some of the events that happened in the Suicide Squad, maybe some of the events from Peacekeeper, and how he got there, right? To do a deep dive into the Bride, to now do a deep dive in GI Robot. And then just showing within the brutality also the personalities of each of these characters in their own way, right? Where Nina the whole time is like, she doesn't want to be. We don't know her backstory all the way. Like I said last episode, we don't know if her father was the mad scientist. We don't know why, if she's so mild-tempered, mild-mannered, why is she arrested? Is she... It can't just be because she's a fish woman, because different people exist in this universe at the moment, right?
Yeah.
As far as what I'm putting together with this DC universe, and it felt like, at least with the Bride, she was allowed to travel all over the world without being arrested, right? Despite the state of her, like, it's obvious she's not. I mean, I guess you could play it off as she's a woman who had an accident, and these are now, like, you know, skin grafts and stuff like that. So maybe I can understand that. Like, there's a way you could wave off the Bride's appearance that you can't wave off Nina's appearance. Even though the Bride would have you assume that Nina is the most human out of all of them, right? But something has happened to all these people to get them to where they're at. And then just her, pretty much, she was the damsel in distress, but not really. Like in the last episode, to the Bride being perceived as the damsel in distress, but we know she's not, right? It's like, you know, shit happened and she got her shit rocked. And maybe if Nina's helmet hadn't busted, things would have gone differently. Like, we weren't given the opportunity to see what Nina can do if Nina wanted to do something. And I think that this episode, before I jump fully into GI, played on a weird fear that happens also with GI Robot, right? The expectation of what happens when men come for women. And when Nina was separated from the bride, I don't know if you recognize,
Yeah.
like, I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
because
she's upstairs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They probably raped her.
That was the first. Yeah. First thing to even think. Yeah.
Yeah, and it only kind of, it didn't cement it because she's not expressing that it happened, but finding her naked in the tub is like, did it happen? It, I mean, and then just paralleling that with the son at the mascara that captured the princess, automatically going, well, yeah, I mean, she's hot. She's here before we kill her. We're gonna kill her. We might as well fuck her, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and that's kind of, it's a weird thing of even as a woman in power, this is something you still have to fear. Nina is a woman of power in a way and of difference, but as we were talking about before about other things, it's that perceived of, well, she still has a feminine body, and anywhere a guy can stick his dick, any more power he can take from a woman, or from anyone else that he perceives below him, a spoil of war, he'll do. And with the princess, she's a princess, and even though she's a princess and has all these bodyguards, she still has to fear being raped. Like, it, yeah, this episode, whoa, like, going from that to watching last week's episode with the bride, and how her story is woven around these two men, and how these two men treated her, and how these two men abused her in their own ways, to this, where it's like, the most we get verbal abuse from a man when it comes to Ilana, and then the physical abuse from Cersei, because, you know, she fucking tosses her around and shit, right? Actually, no, there was abuse by the guy who caught her by the hair, pulled her back, and then, like, was choke holding her. But it starts out mostly verbal as a promise. She gets away, and yeah. So yeah, that's,
And the dude slapping her ass.
yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. 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 So yeah, I think so. Right now we have 3 female characters, so it's interesting to see how that's being interwoven into this. 4, actually. Sorry, Cersei. Interwoven into this, but then also looking at Cersei's position, where she's leading these men, right? Now I'm sure she didn't. Obviously, she wasn't like, yeah, rape the bitch. It's like, no, kill her. There's a purpose here.
On site.
Right.
Yeah,
Right, kill her on site.
Yeah.
But it's also, whatever Cersei's goal is at the end of this, it's also needs, she also, in the bigger picture, would need to be held accountable, because when you take on an army of men like this who think they are owed, they're gonna take when you're not around. Because they feel whatever they're taking is owed to them. So it is very interesting to see, and I don't know if that's the intent that James Gunn is trying to portray with these 4 female characters, but that's what I'm perceiving. That even women in power are still in danger of what men could do, and then having to be accountable for the company you keep. Right? So that's that. With G.I. Robot, it's that story of our young men and women who have guns thrust in their hand, tossed out into war with an objective, and promised a better life, right? Whereas GI isn't promised a better life, he's promised a directive. This is your directive, you kill Nazis, that's what your promise, you get to go kill Nazis. Young men and women, better life after this, we win the war, you know, you'll come home a hero, but we all know how that actually turns out for our veterans, right? And then you become so traumatized and bred and molded and shaped by war, by these situations, that it either becomes your entire personality, or it traumatizes you in a way that you pull from the rest of the world. With GI Robot, because he's like a AI, artificial intelligence, it's that story of, is this thing that you created, it's only a man enough when it suits your purposes and it suits your laws, right? So even though he did kill the Nazis before he got arrested, and we're cheering for that, it's still like, well, we're happy that they're fucking off the board, but because it's still murder, he's no longer classified as a robot with an objective. It's a man that could be put in prison. But as we saw through his history, once his objective is done and clear, there's no more war to fight. He just gets passed on like any memorabilia, like any war memorabilia. And that's also fascinating too. That's also like, there's an undercut of a story there that happens too with our soldiers, right? That they just get passed around and end up, you know, a collection of sorts of broken men and women and hurt, pain, and sadness. And yeah. And then when you look at GI, like, it's like, because I watch a lot of sci-fi stuff, and it's always comes down to the question of whether or not these artificial intelligent beings are human. What makes you human enough? What makes you more computer? You know, and that always comes up with these kinds of things, like, you know, obviously like Data from Star Trek Next Generation, or when it comes to when you start out as a humanoid or a human and then get turned into a mechanical being to be turned to try to come back and find your humanity, with a character like Seven of Nine, and what that means. How much of you is human? How much of you is Borg? How much of you is a man? How much of you is robot? I love these stories. It's a real good way to dissect humanity. And this is kind of in a short 20 minutes of flashbacks interconnecting with what's happening in present, is a real quick way to do it, right? Because we sympathize with him, we love him, we understand, and it's heartbreaking when he dies, right? It's heartbreaking to see how he's been treated, but it's also understanding the danger that he poses, right? How we were so worried at the studio that he was going to kill all those innocent people because he could have perceived them as Nazis. And that's also in the realm of, when you look at,
it's good writing.
Stories too of our of what?
There's also good writing. Like
right. And it's also a way to look at it is what happens to some of our veterans too, right? How some people come back so shell-shocked that they hurt the innocents around them, right? Oh, and I also firmly believe a lot of that propaganda of going off into Black and brown cultures and also just killing innocent people that are there also feeds into the machine. So yeah, it's very, he truly is best boy, but it's also understanding that he's best boy because even with a base objective, he's still kind of, it's a bit complex. The structure of who he is and what he was created for and what he's become, right? So seeing how he went from the World War II to being in the hands of that scientist who didn't ask for his permission to experiment on him, right? So again, it's sort of a violation, but him also trying to convince him of like, well, what is it that you desire? If you really cared, you would have asked him before you cut off his other half, right?
Like,
and then
he did upgrade his weapons, but at the same thing, it's like we saw he gets discarded later on.
Right. So like, what happened between then and then? So yeah, it's really fascinating to get joy from this character killing others, but knowing that the people he's killing are deplorable people, right? Because fuck a Nazi, fuck a son of Themyscira in this show too, right? But then to watch him blow up so brutally after killing people so brutal, it really is just like, oh no, like, it hurts.
So at first I thought he just imploded, and then I
Yeah,
saw
from
the
joy.
yeah,
And I was about
I was about to be like, oh no, and then you see, oh no, it's Cersei, bro.
oh,
She
oh
rocked his shit, bro. Oh
yeah. I mean,
man,
she rocked the
yeah,
bride shit too. Dude, this sorceress ain't one to be fucked with. I mean, look, she got up from a full hand of fucking radiation from Dr.
yeah,
Phosphorus and being tossed around like a ragdoll by Weasel.
yeah,
So
and he literally was blowing her back out.
yeah. But
Yo,
then
son.
okay, so like, and then to cap that off with the brutalization of the whole episode, right?
Mhm,
Um, understanding sadly the joy in brutality as well,
mhm,
or the joy one can seek in brutality with a certain objective, to then come out at the end where you see one woman tossing around another woman, that woman that we perceive, even though we know Sun's not right, like
yeah,
we knew Sun was right since episode 1, but is made to be perceived as innocent, right, is saved by a monster, right? And then
mhm,
they go full fucking monster, right? Only for the bride to be like, you wanted monsters, right?
mhm,
This is what you wanted.
yeah.
This is what we do. This is what we're gonna do.
This is who
We're
we are.
gonna yeah, we're going to burn faces, rip out hearts, explode people, bite people's throats out, punch them to death,
Mhm,
shoot them, obliterate them. This is what you guys wanted. And for a man like Rick Flag, who's also been an army person,
mhm.
to you saw the look on his face, like, oh yeah, this is
More than I thought.
more
Yeah.
right. Um, but then hearing it come from her and then seeing her GI story and her story so far, and understanding that there's a bit more obviously to Phosphorus and Nina
Mhm,
and Weasel, knowing that they aren't necessary. It's are they monsters or were they turned into monsters?
mhm,
Right? Were they created with the idea of this as a monster, or did the circumstances of their life turn them this way?
mhm,
And so now we just lean into it because what else is there for us to do?
mhm.
And I love characters like that where it's just like you have to really look and understand the perspective of said character, their life, and how people are perceiving them and what that means for the story. Yeah, 11 out of 10 episode. I didn't think that like this is only episode 3 and it got
Yeah.
me crying and fucking trying to analytically break this shit down and what it means to watch a show like this where it's like you're so taken aback by how brutal it is,
Mhm,
but it's the storytelling that's pulling your heart along while your
yeah.
mind is going, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah.
So
I now remember another episode of a series that had me something similar to this. And that was episode 5 of X-Men. Because it was this
right,
year.
right,
It feels like it
right.
was last year. But episode 5 of X-Men, like when I think about episodes that stick in my mind for this year, episode 5 of X-Men, episode um One of ReZero, and even like
Mhm.
One of ReZero, because that shit like just turned up. Episode 7 of Donadon
Mhm.
and now this, like, bro, what, I mean, animation, man, like,
Yeah.
it's just, and it was just the sheer, it's not only the sheer brutality of what we watched, because like, yeah, guns are really violent, and the caliber guns can do this damage to anybody. It's just the tension and stakes that were being raised, especially with GI Robot's character. Well, it's fun to joke about, and it's fun laughters in the episode 1 and 2. However, we've been conditioned now to know how he
Mhm.
functions, and we haven't seen him kill any Nazis until, like, I think this is actually when we finally see him kill Nazis. We just
Mhm.
only heard about him doing this, right? But now, and it was fun. It's funny because it was like, yo, kill it. Like, it was like, I remember us watch episode 1 and we're laughing about this. Episode 2, we're laughing about this. Episode 3, we're going into like his flashback, and the first thing we're getting is like, oh man, like, oh no. And then he saves some of his members do die, but he saves the rest of them, and we're just like, holy shit, that's crazy. And then it only heightens it because now we finally see the person execute the action that they've been so happy to talk about, and that's the only bond that they have to, you know, other humans. And even when how endearing he is with Nina, and then he was like, you know, he's happy she's alive, and just as he's happy, but his disappointment, you know, was only taking down because his happiness is that she's alive, right? Which just shows it's like humanizing this man-made creature, you know, creature commandos, you know, just goes along with it. But then it's like the fear that, oh man, we understand as viewers now, it's like he is dangerous. How dangerous is he really, right? Because it's if he perceives you as a Nazi, because he also dropped Nazis and their allies, right? Which is what I picked up on, because in the beginning it was just Nazis, now it's just Nazis and their allies. And I'm just like, oh, he could perceive them as, okay, an ally of a Nazi. To then meeting this dude that gets him from like another friend and whatnot, and everything is you know they sucker us in, man, with the cats saying, you know, it's like a welcoming home and everything, because they're trying to paint it at the end of every day. You don't know who a person truly is and whatnot, because these people are also, you know, and these people can be endearing to their settings and whatnot, and so you get there and you're just like, okay. And I was gonna go back to see if there was any hints while they were showing the cats to like illustrate this man's, like, you know, basically his views and whatnot. Because you know, when you just show the cats and everything, that's how they sucker people in too. In the news stories, when one of these people murder somebody in the news, right? And they tell you all the good things. Oh, Johnny was a good boy. They had lived a good life. Yeah, this Johnny also had these other radical views that want to oppress people and stuff like that. But you know, if you get Daryl, yeah, Daryl was down with these dudes, but you don't get anything else about Daryl's good life. Yeah, and people can inference the racist slash the national. Yeah, y'all can. From what I just said, y'all can infer what I'm talking about. But you know, given what we just saw with J Robot, you know, it was that quick realization once we go into that room, and I said, "Is that the Imperial flag?" Like, and I said, once I saw that, I all of those good feels about what can actually be a genuine caring relationship went out the window. And this is when people like, you know, when, like, and I'm not gonna get political or anything here, but like it's just, you just know, like, this is about to go down a dark path.
It's so funny because the fact that it took for, like, you had a bit of suspicion, but it took for you to open the door, for him to open the door to really sell it. For me, I was scared from the start, just because of how the story so far has been structured, at least this episode, with the treatment of these men towards G.I. Robot and then the female characters up until that point, and also just understanding military paraphernalia buyers too. And I'm not saying people who buy military paraphernalia are all like racist motherfuckers, but you know, a good chunk of them are. I'm not trying to generalize, but you know, there's an undercut there. So like for me, even it's that when him and the shop owner, I'm assuming, were talking about GI, I was like nervous. As soon as they started talking about him and the way they were talking about him. And then when he smiled, I was like, oh, okay, is he gonna use him for sex stuff? Like, that was my first thought. And then when he opened the door and it's cats and stuff, I was like, oh, okay, I guess he really just does maybe he just wants a friend. And then it just started, but it's obvious he wanted a friend, right? That's kind of the vibe they want. Like, when he says, it's nice to have a family, right? It's just the way that part of the story kind of, for me, it was like, I think I was always at a 9 the whole time until the door opened, and then I was like, it's 10. And that's so, where it's like, I can't trust what's happening here because this is a man looking at this object in this way. And knowing just how some of these stories are crafted, whenever a man who's lonely sometimes is looking for a family, eight, 7 out of 10 times it's not with good intentions. And just stories in real life, it kind of just is what it is. Yeah, and I guess it's even like kind of relating it to what happens with the bride. Yeah,
But,
as a thing created with an objective is abused by the system around them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
yeah, because like when it came to Dr. Frankenstein, the way that he was, especially because I don't know much Frankenstein and monster lore or whatnot, but the way when I said it out loud, I'm just like, yo, he looking at her a little too, like, I mean, these angles, the way that he's like being endearing towards her. I said, nah, this is how you get into a relation. This is how relationships, like take turns, and lo and behold, in the flashback, you get, them like literally having sex or whatnot, and in this one,
and with the way that stories get told or adapted, again, it's a thing. 8 out of 10 times, you can't trust the man who creates a woman. You can't, and even in real life too, you can't trust a man who creates a woman or who helps in the creation of a woman. Because it's whether or not they start out with intentions to hurt them or it just turns out that way. Like I said, it just as soon as she woke up and he was being friendly to her, in my brain I was like, oh, this is where we're going. This bitch is gonna groom this bitch and some shit's gonna happen. That's I don't want to watch shows and TVs like that. I don't like. It's so. I don't know if it's like female conditioning, which is weird, which is like, but it's also just what happens too, where you have to look at these things and you have to be apprehensive a lot of the time and go, I know how this ends, because it generally always ends this way, and it's always very pleasing when it doesn't. Yeah, this show is pretty heavy for how silly and crazy it is. It's pretty heavy, and we're 3 episodes in, and this shit has me like, I think I need a drink. Like,
drink.
I need a drink. Yeah.
This was draining, and it's very taxing.
Like, full blown fuck the U.S. military, justice for my boy G.I. Robot.
Yo, son. Everything just took an uptick when the dude came to Ileana's room to help her out, and he gets taken out by a fucking like like a missile strike, like I don't know, like a grenade launcher. I don't know. Man just was blown the fuck up, and that shock of that literally like had me on edge for the remainder of the episode, because that came out of nowhere. That was not like, even like the GI robot like shooting everybody from the in the sky and whatnot. That was nothing compared to seeing that man just blown up because of how unexpected it was. Like, I literally, like, it was like a jump scare, oh shit moment that I had.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, because the other thing was like yeah, man. All right.
Yeah, because usually in those beats, you always get a little bit more time with the savior. Just a little bit more time, whether they're running down the hallway and then they turn the corner and he dies. This was literally as they opened the door.
He opened the door, explosion, like Megumi from Konosuba kind of. Nope. Oh, yeah, all right. All right, folks. We'll leave it off for there. Yeah. We'll catch you guys next week. There's 4 more episodes of this, 7 episodes, and this is just chapter 1 into this. There's gonna be more, and I think more anime series just like this that's gonna be coming from this verse that they're doing. Like, they're Marvel's Phase 1. This is like chapter 1. I think,
which I appreciate.
Gods and Creatures.
Look, live action is fun and all, but I really feel if we're gonna adapt comic books, animated media is always the best way to go.
Gods and Monsters, not Gods. So yeah, chapter 1, Gods and Monsters is what this is under. It was they're doing both animation and live action, because I think the live action versions is doing more so the Superman, Batman stuff. I think that they're working on. Then in the animated features, they have. If I read this correctly, skim this real quick. Creature Commandos, Waller. So there's gonna be an Amanda Waller one, Lanterns, Paradise Lost, and Booster Gold. So maybe those are all going to be. Those are the first 5 television series that's gonna be under this chapter 1 Gods and Monsters. They got a 10-year plan. So,
Lanterns is live action.
Lanterns live actions, okay.
I think, yeah. But yeah.
Okay, because then there was The Authority, The Brave and the Bold, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and Swamp Thing, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, Millie Adcock, young Princess Rhaenyra on House of the Dragon is gonna play Supergirl. So I'm excited for that because I like her. But like, yeah, I mean, look, I think James Gunn did Guardians of the Galaxy, and I have my own opinions on Guardians. I don't know. He's really pulling me towards towards whatever he's cooking.
Yeah.
Especially with this. Especially with this. Yep. Like, let James Gunn cook with fucking Creature Commandos. Like, yeah. I hope this series isn't one of those that is like starts out really well and then ends
nosedive, because you're at a high right now. We just reached, I think, peak with episode 3. There's only 4 episodes left. So it's 4 more weeks to figure out where we'll be putting Creature Commandos.
In our end of year list, or close to end of year,
in our tier list of things we watched, because right now I feel like it's at a super high. Along with the Penguin, X-Men, ReZero. I feel like those are like super high stuff. So
Yep.
All right, folks. That's what we catch you guys next Thursday. I already know.